Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Mostly cloudy today. Could see some snow. We're seeing some flurries again downtown. A high of 37. It's 33 at the moment.
There's a lot that we have to talk about. And first and foremost is the historic, absolutely historic moment that is going to take place on Saturday. This show has, to my recollection, never, ever been out, the five of us, at one place, like a business, to do a live broadcast on the middle of a Saturday, let alone in Kalamazoo. Very rarely have we been to that right. Even into that direction. But they've made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
This show, all five of us, at Carite, they have a new location in Kalamazoo. Saturday from 1 to 3. They're at I-94 and 9th Street in Kalamazoo. And we're going to sell cars. Do you think we should, the five of us be ready to, when people come in, whether they're listeners or not, try to act as the salesperson to say, hey, look, if you have any questions about these cars, I can help you.
It's my intention to get a commission that day. I'm gonna sell the hell out of that red Chevy Cruze that I saw online. I picked it. That's the one I'm selling.
Okay. Why don't you give me a great deal on an SUV, Hot Wings, a newer model SUV, preferably a Ford Explorer? I'll get a great deal, and you as the salesperson will get a commission. But I want to feel like I'm ripping you off.
Oh, you got it.
So that's the key to a good deal.
No problem.
Well, let me tell you something, because I'm right there with you. When it comes to these things, the people come in to see you. Hot Wings car people are going to come in.
Yeah.
And then he's going to pass them off to the actual real salesperson. They're going to come in to see Joe. And Joe's going to say, hey, look, let me hand you off to so-and-so here who's smoking a cigarette over by the smoking pole. And boom, sale. Just like
I'm
that.
going to make the sale. I'm not passing anybody off on anyone else.
Yeah,
in fact, I'm going to sell myself a car.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I'm doing it wrong, because at American RV, I do that. Or else they come to see me, and then I pass them off to... whatever.
I can't talk. I'm busy buying RVs.
Yes, I'm buying RVs, and I've sold you on this one right here. You go talk to that guy. They take advantage of me terribly there. They completely abuse me. They treat me like a piece of meat.
Mm-hmm. Joe, you going to sell your Fit that day?
No, I have to keep the Fit.
Why?
I don't
Got your
think
footprints on it?
Yeah. Can't get them off the headliner?
Because I purchased it.
Yeah, you're going through that thing with a black light.
Yeah, no. Because it's soiled. With spunk, like you said. Period.
Sure.
And
It's spunk and period? Is that what you said?
No. Period.
Spunk like end of sentence.
Okay, all right.
No, he was right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Corrected.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, that
Yeah.
I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, I actually call it the panty liner. My car. For no reason.
All the more reason, Joe, that you should get yourself into this 2013 Chrysler Town and Country.
What's that going for, Hot Wings? At Carite in Kalamazoo.
That's going for an even $18,000. That's over $2,000 under the market value.
How many miles, Matt?
You're going to go in there.
60,000 miles on that.
$10,000.
That's a loaded minivan.
$9,000.
That's the touring model, Joe. That's for pure comfort.
We can play both sides.
And sides.
We can get the people in there, and then if Carite says, "There you go, this is what you're going to pay," we go, "No, they're not. This is what they're going to pay."
Yeah. They pick one of us, and then the key is they don't know whether we are advocating for the car dealership to make more money or for you to pay less. You just have to hope we're on your side.
Yeah.
It's
like undercover.
And so do they.
Yes.
Something.
It's like a reality show.
It is undercover something.
Undercover
Something.
Because that's the one that I know.
Yeah.
So we'll be there Saturday, 1 until 3. Come see us, please.
Yeah. Ben, do you know if you're doing promotions on that event? Have you gotten the schedule to figure out who's where on Saturday?
Brett will be with you guys.
All right.
Lurch.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lurch will load up the GRD, the GRD van with antenna balls and gum and other great prizes like CDs of bands that no one's heard of.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the wheel and some lip balm. Okay.
I love the wheel. My opinion, that's
That's the real action.
Yeah.
That's where the magic happens.
I like the wheel better than when it was just a bunch of stuff laying on the table and people come up and point and go, "Can I have that?" Yeah, I guess.
I still have the old wheel,
That
by the
still
way.
happens.
That's been retired, the busted one?
The old Joe wheel.
Yes, that's still, we could, Kurt Busch, eBay sales, that deal. That-
Dueling wheels. We could have 2 wheels.
This thing is so
Oh,
janky.
yeah.
This wheel says punch your own gonads.
How does a prop wheel get damaged? I mean, all you do is spin it. It looks like someone threw it off the roof. You should see this thing.
Because I'm sure at the end they just open up the van, throw that
yeah,
thing,
of course. You know they throw it like a frisbee into that thing.
and then speed home as it's
Really?
just bouncing around the back.
Throw a speaker on it.
That GRD truck out there, that Ford with the logo on it, because it had been wrapped.
Yeah.
The wrap job is so old that it's pink.
Yeah, it's pink
I know.
now. It's definitely pink. It is not as vivid as it once was, as it's deep red.
One other thing we mentioned the other day, I'm going to MC an event for Team Blair. It's a dinner dance fundraiser on Saturday, February 6th. And a friend of Blair is battling glioblastoma, which is a brain tumor.
Deep within his brain.
Yeah.
Inoperable. He's being treated with various things that can be done through drugs.
Fighting it like crazy, but it's a family of 5. This
Yes.
family, 3 children and mom and dad. And as a result of the sickness, can't work anymore, long-term disability. First thing to go after that is insurance. You get a percentage of what the family was living on, and all of a sudden the bills are going through the roof.
What do they call it? Long-term disability
Long-term
insurance.
disability, yep.
And the insurance that you're talking about that is expensive is actual health insurance.
Yes, because the ones you no longer are working, you're not under the umbrella of your employer's insurance program. And so it was reached out to us. Can I say our friend's name? No. Okay. It's someone who has helped us out dramatically behind the scenes on the holiday break-ins. Like dramatically. Like if we could illustrate to you how much this person has helped to be a conduit to have great generous people help us out, you would be amazed. Okay? So when he reached out and said, "Hey, this is a friend of our family and we were just wondering if you could MC," well, of course, we can do it. I'm sorry you have to go slumming and have one of us do it. Me, worst of all.
By the way, if we ever need, because I've auctioned off stuff, you've auctioned off stuff, but it's just us saying, "Okay, $500.
Right.
Who's got $550?" I have in our back pocket when we need it a legit professional auctioneer,
Like someone who does like estate sales and stuff like that.
like 45, super fast, those
Right.
types of guys.
That's a weird skill.
It's the guy who, when we talked on the air about how I can't give away the baby strollers and the baby gear because there's always recalls on it and Goodwill won't take it. A guy called up. I gave him the stroller. Listen,
That guy was an auctioneer.
drove to his house, gave it to him. The baby's on the way. Be here in April. And then I found out that connection.
Is that his full-time job?
No,
That can't be your only
it
job.
isn't. He
right?
does it
No,
because
good
of
side
course
gig.
not.
his family does it. His dad did it, and so he started doing it. And so he's Jim the auctioneer.
That's where I grew up, especially in the 80s when all of the farms were disappearing.
Yep.
You'd go to some farmer's house and the family would sit on the side and cry while you bought all the farmer's tools and then the tractor for pennies on the dollar. And it was all families that did these.
He went to
That's
auctioneer
not
school.
as funny as
School.
Yes, there is an auctioneer
Yeah, and they
school.
teach
It's
you how
like
to
a few
speak
weeks.
stupid that
It
way.
has to do.
Still funny, Jim.
It has to do with a certain type of cadence, and you work on tongue twisters and things like that to get
I'd be
to
great at it.
speaking that. So, so anyway,
I would have been a high school dropout of auctioneer school. You just can't make it, kid. I can. I'm the Rudy of auctioneering.
It's a skill that's just meant to confuse. I mean, they say that it's for excitement purposes to get it going, but I would be just as excited at any type of auction if somebody said, all right, we're at $5,000 now. Do I have 5,001? And I can understand that because I speak English.
Yeah.
why don't you go out there and get a wet blanket and throw it on what we're talking about? Because that's how I feel right now. I want you to know that.
Well, just because you're excited about it doesn't mean I have to be excited about a guy who can do auctioneering.
I just thought it was a nice thing to talk about, kind of coincide with what we're doing. And you went and got the terry cloth throw, doused it in water, and threw it right on top. Thanks.
I don't like auctioneering.
Okay. All right.
You have a beef with auctioneers?
Yeah.
Well, you
I
heard
can
him.
barely
Joe, there's
understand what the hell they're talking about
There's a
half the
great
time.
old-timey song called The Auctioneer that I can't believe I didn't think to tell you about earlier.
He doesn't.
I mean,
he has
a
a
guy
problem
had
with
a hit
auctioneers.
country song.
Who has a problem with auctioneers? Hot
Meanwhile,
wings.
the reason
I do.
I brought this up
We digress.
is because we're still hoping that local businesses or whatever. Hold on.
Yep.
I'm in my pitch.
Yeah, pipe down.
It just started playing.
I know.
don't
Well, you can't stop the auctioneer.
Yeah.
What is this guy's name? Like Leroy Van Dyke or something?
You're exactly right.
That is worth nothing. Why did I pump my fist?
I don't know.
I'm embarrassed
I
by
have
my
no
own activity.
idea.
We're hoping local businesses, as somebody who owns their own business, whatever it might be, will donate goods or services that would be able to be auctioned off at this dinner dance fundraiser that's coming up on February 6th.
Bigger
It
ticket.
could be,
Yeah.
bigger, smaller, whatever. Like,
it doesn't matter.
Maybe a vacation, maybe airline tickets.
Good usable stuff. Not.
Yes.
I have 2 used radial tires that still got
Yeah.
a couple good years left in them.
Maybe
No.
a brand new flat screen TV,
Right.
whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Massages.
Amorous
anything.
wife. And I'm impotent.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
It'd be weird to auction off.
Yeah.
Hey, families. This lady's ready to be vigorous, and you know yours doesn't work.
Do I hear $10?
If you would consider donating something, email freebeer@freebeerandhotwings.com.
We made this pitch last time, and I got 0 response, and that's shocking because. And I don't, did you get anything?
I got one that said, "What was that?"
Okay, look, you guys just climb out of the woodwork whenever the holiday break-ins come around. Now's the perfect opportunity for you to do this.
This is essentially a holiday
yeah.
break-in for a family.
in February. So, or, it's further down the road, but it's still the same damn thing. So send that email, please, to freebeer@freebeerandhotwings.com or eric@freebeerandhotwings.com.
And this is one of, there's lots of, unfortunately, there's lots of families, but this is an example of the family where everybody's clipping along and everything's just normal.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then boom, everything changes
Yep,
in a day. And all of a sudden you're scrambling to figure out.
Exactly like
yeah,
a holiday
yeah.
break-in.
Meanwhile, this was the greatest song of the 20th century.
Hey, well, all right, sir, here we go there, and what are they going to give for 'em? I've been $600 down here now, 10 and now, 25 and now, 35 and now, 50 now, 60, will they give me 60 now, 75, 75 another 85, all of a sudden I'm there.
What the hell?
The picture they used for this guy
Is
in
his
this
picture.
video. It looks like he'd be singing this song to you when you're in the basement pit.
That's because that's what those guys are into.
He'd stand and listen carefully, then pretty soon he began to see how
a simpler time.
I gotta write this down. Hot Wings takes a run
He said,
at
oh my,
auctioneers.
it's do or die, I've got to learn that auction cry.
It's
Gotta
right
make
up there
my
with
mark and be
yodelers.
an auctioneer. $25 bid and I'll
I find it to be
$30 will they give me 30,
entertainment.
make it 30 bid, I'm on a $30 will they give me 30, who will bid a $30 bid? $30 bid and now 35, will they give me 35?
Steve, are you in a good mood right now because this is happening?
Of course I am.
Do you love that weird language?
As time went on, he did his best, and all could see he didn't jest. He practiced
best.
calling bids both night and day.
Just.
His pap would find him behind the barn. Just
Well, this part's in
working up that
English,
awful
Steve.
storm as he tried to imitate the auctioneer. But his pap said, son, we just can't stand to have a mediocre man selling things at auction using our good name. I'll send you off to auction school. Then
think
you'll
that's-
be nobody's fool. You can take your
Are you gonna go
place
to auction
among
school?
the best.
No, I'm not.
Joe?
I'm doing it right now.
What if we hung out a shingle for you that said, Producer Joe, or just Joe's Auctioneer, and then we got you a gig, and then you got out there and you tried to do this, but you were just terrible at
Well,
it.
just anybody can do it, right? Like people need auctioneers, and you just volunteer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Then yes,
You
let's
just
do
go,
this. All
45.
right, hang on. I'm gonna learn this real quick.
With such a
you do.
happy cheer.
You're going to learn it right now.
Yeah, he's learning it by listening to the song.
Give that man a hand.
All right.
He's the best of all the auction. Give me 50, make it 50, bid.
There it is.
$45 bid and I'll $50, will they give me 50, make it 50, bid it on a $50.
You gotta start slow. There's no way you can just jump up to 1,000 miles an hour.
Stop the song and let me hear you do it cold.
Can 45 beat.
Nailed it.
That's called the chant.
Yeah, give me a little more, Joe.
Do I hear 55 a bit, 60 bit, 70 dippity.
Hot Wings, you think you can do better than that?
55 a bit, 65 bit.
Yeah, you already heard me do it. I'm great at
All
it.
right, yeah, do it.
45.
No,
I've seen this guy.
Yours sounds like Bertations.
No, it
Bitty
was
bitty bit.
This is a guy who
that's it.
teaches you.
bitty bitty bit.
Hello. I'm Michael with Golf Auctions, and I had a
few
request
rough years.
if I could do a tutorial on how to do an auction chat.
We should do an ongoing thing of Venn diagrams where the circles don't touch. I'm going to create a new one. Joe, you had one last week. The new one is auctioneers and CrossFit enthusiasts. Circles, no overlap.
Of course, if you have plans of becoming an auctioneer, professional auctioneer,
He gets to it right away as to
I would
what
suggest
what
you
it
go
takes.
to an auction school.
like Jim.
I personally went to the Missouri Auction School down in St. Louis, Missouri.
I think that's where
and
this guy went to.
I wouldn't trade that experience. It was a good experience to learn from. If you just want to play around with an auction chanter, you don't have to go to an auction school if you want to be an auctioneer. If you
I
want
know a guy who played football
just
at
learn
auction
the
school.
Auction chant, and you've already got a pretty good business mind, you can put together an auction.
Let's get
Start doing
If
it.
you want to keep it fun, keep it quick.
What
Keep
you're
it
doing
fun.
is
I
the
would like it
opposite
if
of
you'd make it
auctioneering.
fun.
They're gonna bid if they want to bid, which, like I said, isn't the best chant on.
What the?
All right, here we go. What I'm gonna do? Here it down 25, 5, up it down 25. Give me 25 and 7.5. 25 and 7.5, 7.5 now. 30 and 30 and 30. Give me 32 and a half. 32 and a half, 2 and a half now. 5, 5, up it. Give me 5. 35, 5, up it. 35. 35 and 7.5, 7.5, 5, up it. 7.5. 37 and a half now. 40 and 40 and 40. Give me $40 here.
So all they do is they
$40
just repeat the numbers with what their
30,
cadence
30,
is, what their
30,
cadence
30.
and their chant is, and he has his chant down.
Yeah.
He just repeats that and throws in numbers.
35 and a half.
Now 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, $2 and a half, $40 now, 2 and a half. Thank you, give me 2 and a half now, 5, 5, $5, give me 5, 42 and a half now, 5,
Right over here,
5, give me
over here.
45, 42 and a half now, 45, 5, 45.
45 over here, 45.
42 and a half.
Hot Wings, have you ever been at an auction?
Yes.
You have.
Yes.
Joe, have you been?
No.
I don't, though. Every year when I would go to the Midland County Fair, and they would have, late in the week, all the kids from 4-H would come out and they would walk their steers around, and people would buy them, and the price would be per pound.
Yes.
And I have to admit, even now, if I went back, it's been 25 years since I've been at one. There is something a little bit exciting when the auctioneer, if they're really good at it, like this guy is, when their pace starts to quicken and the numbers go up,
The crowd
and every
starts to
time
murmur.
somebody raises their hand to make a bid,
Yeah.
they go, "Oh, that's up to $7." It's a little bit
Absolutely.
tent revival to the whole thing.
Yes.
And all of a sudden you find yourself getting sucked into it.
And then when
I
someone
bought
buys
50
it,
cows last summer.
did you ever see like a guy come right up there with a baseball bat and just club it?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you that.
Like, it's part of the instant slaughter auction.
Of course I did.
$40, 35,
I'm hungry now.
35,
I'm hungry now.
In your scenario, are they killing the cow or the auctioneer?
The cow.
Oh, okay. Still no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, where's that aluminum bat we've got?
I'll
take
it.
Come on, kids.
Sold it, 42 and a half.
They just stomp it like Office Space.
I wonder if we could get that auctioneer to do like a bit where he goes to a flea market undercover and people go, "How much is this?" It doesn't have a price tag. And then he starts
Absolutely.
doing that.
I can promise you.
That's
Okay,
Great idea.
now
That
that's
would
be-
a
this
funny
guy-
bit.
It'd be a lot of fun
I
because the
can-
people would just be like, "What's happening? Please leave me alone."
I can promise you
Yeah.
that would happen.
This auctioneer friend needs to go to all of our remotes. He'll be at Carite on Saturday. That's how you'll negotiate the price of your car.
Want him to negotiate.
Make him do that.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Come on,
You tell
auction
me the
monkey.
parameters of the bid, and I can promise you this guy will do it. However you
great.
want to do it. You could do it where you're there and he's your hired gun. So say, yeah, that sounds good. Okay, $10 for this. Talk to this guy. And then you just, then away you go. There's this rapist.
He'd sneak away in the afternoon, take a little walk, then pretty soon you'd find him at the local auction barn. He'd stand up and listen carefully, then pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer puts all the rabbits.
Was there any hill rock career that didn't get its own song in the 1950s?
No.
Make my mark and be an auctioneer. Give me 30, make it 30, mama, $30 bill, give me 30, who'd bid a $30 bid?
Well, these guys also had an auctioneer song. This one isn't it. This is All Apologies from Nirvana. It's 97.9 GRD Rocks.